Well, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. I received several questions about how to use the Bow Easy from a recent video, so I thought I would just pop on and show you how to use it. So this is the Bow Easy, and what I like about it is it's small. It measures about 5 by 5, and it's very thin. It's about the size of a credit card, or the thickness of a credit card. And you can make several size bows ranging from 3/4 of an inch all the way up to 2 3/4 of an inch. And that's what I really like about it. So before the video started, I made up a little chart here of some of the different size bows that you can make. This one I hand tied. And what I don't like about hand tying bows is the consistency. I can never get the same size bow. So if I needed to make multiple bows, I could never get the exact same size. But using the Bow Easy, if I needed a 3/4 inch bow, I could get the same size continuously using it. Also, I don't know how to tie double loop bows, but using the Bow Easy, you can tie single, double, triple, or as many loops as you want on the bow. So that's one thing that I really like about it. So here's just a few of the sizes that you can tie: 3/4, 2 3/8, and 2 3/4. My favorite size is the 2 3/8. I seem to go to that one a lot. It's nice because when you're making a card or something, it's a nice space filler should you need to add an embellishment or something. So I seem to use that one the most. One other thing I'd like to point out before we get into how to use the Bow Easy is the ribbon that you use. When I started learning, I just kept a little piece of scrap ribbon on my workstation, and I still keep the scrap ribbon on my workstation. I use a very thin and bendable ribbon. This ribbon here is very thick, it's wide, and it doesn't want to bend. This bow was very difficult to tie, and it's not even that well of a tied bow. But it's doable. It's just you have to work with it. So if you're going to start out using the Bow Easy, try using something that's thinner and a little easier to bend because it makes it a lot easier. Also, I keep this ribbon on my station when I'm crafting, because if I'm going to make a project and I don't know what size bow, I tie using just a scrap piece of ribbon the size that I think I want, and then I lay that on my project to see if it's big enough or small enough, and then I go get the ribbon that I want and cut it to length. This way I don't waste as much ribbon. So let's get to using the Bow Easy. So like I said, this is the Bow Easy, and it will make a bow anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 2 3/4 of an inch. Again, I like to use the 2 3/8 for some reason. That's the size I usually seem to go to. When I cut my ribbon, I always cut one side on a very sharp angle. The other side, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to make a triple looped bow. And you can make a single, a double, a triple, like I said, any amount that you can get wrapped around here. So starting with the Bow Easy, and we're on the 2 3/8 inch side, this will make one loop. This will make another loop for the 2 3/8 inch. If we were to be using the 1 inch, this would make a loop, and this would make a loop on the 1 inch. So since we're doing the 2 3/8, as you can see, I have the blunt cut over here. I lay it off to the side. So this will be one of my tails. So I lay it off to the side to give myself some tail. Lay it across the whole thing and wrap. Now, if I was going to do a single loop, this is where I would stop. But since we're going to do a triple loop, I wrap again. So this would be a double. And one more time makes the triple. As you can notice, I'm holding everything flat. There's no kinks or wrinkles. And I'm pinching it with my thumb and forefinger. Now this is where the point comes in handy, because if you're using a thick ribbon and one that doesn't want to bend, this point trick helps a lot. So you take the point and you're going to push it down between the slot here. And you're going to pull. Now, we have been working left to right this whole time. We wrap the ribbon left to right, so we're going to keep working left to right. So I've pushed this through, and as you can see, I've made sure that the ribbon is still laying in the same direction, and it's laying flat. So let me show you that one more time. I took the point and poked it down through the slot. and made sure that all the ribbon is still in a nice flowing direction. From the underneath, I take the ribbon, and again, working left to right, I go through that hole in the loop. Now I start pulling up towards this side of the Bow Easy. Now you want to make sure that this ribbon is going between this slot here, because this is what's going to make your knot. And I keep pulling up and up and up. And for a little extra security, I'll poke the ribbon back through that slot and just pull down. And what that does is it pulls the knot to the back of the ribbon. So you'll have a front and a back on this ribbon. And then you just pull it off. Fluff out the loops. And like I said on another video, I did show how I make my bows fluffy by using many, many glue dots. And here we go. We have the bow. Now I use a very sharp pair of scissors, one that I only use for ribbon cutting. And I keep a piece of ribbon tied around there so I know that those are my ribbon scissors. And I just cut. And we have created a triple looped bow. And when you put it on your project, you'll want to, like I said, use some glue dots to hold it down. But there's a triple loop. And here's another triple looped bow. One thing that I do like to do to finish off my bows, I use a lighter and very gently light and just swish it across the bottom of the bow. I usually do this over the sink in the kitchen. And what that does is it kind of singes and sears the bottom, kind of melts it, and you don't have to worry about fraying or melting. And that's how you use the Bow Easy to come out with beautiful bows. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.